Happy 2025. I meant to film this weeks ago, but life. I'm just gonna go over all of my goals for the year. This is more for me than anybody else, just because I want to come back at the end of the year and just see my goals and how I've changed and improved my life. On New Year's Eve, we hosted a little party with immediate family for New Year's Eve, and also celebrating my husband's birthday. And at that party I made everybody do a 2025 bingo card. These are also available on my Etsy right now, under $1. Download it immediately and you can just print it out and make your own. It is not too late to do that. I think you could do this any time of the year. It's all about you and how you are motivating yourself, Basically, you just put your birthday in the middle because that's your free space. Like, you're gonna have a birthday, right? And then all around it, you put all the goals that you have for yourself in the year. And then it's just like a fun way to track your goals, motivate yourself, the goals that you are achieving throughout the year. I'm just gonna go through mine with you. It is January 17th right now, and I've already checked off one of them, so that's good. So the middle one is obviously my birthday. I'm turning 26 this year in October. And the first one in this corner is 200 sales on my Etsy shop. I think I'm gonna blow this one out of the water. I did not think I was going to, but the first 2 weeks in January were absolutely insane with orders. So I really think that that one's gonna be way higher. And I'm gonna check that off way sooner than I expected, which is amazing. And I'm so excited. I'm almost at 120 sales right now, and I didn't hit 100 sales until like 3 days into January. The next one right here is read 5 books. I am not a reader, but last year I did start to read a little bit more, and I just really want to dive back into that. I think it was in like the middle of the year I read, I want to say 4 books in the summer. I think I could do that again. I haven't started a book yet this year, but I do have an idea of the 5 books that I want to read. I do have a Goodreads account, so if you want to be friends on there, and I can update you guys there of what books I'm reading and how that's going, because I do review the books on there after I finish them, so let me know if you want that. This third one right here, it says garden from scratch, which I know that makes no sense, but it kind of does. We have a garden here. First year we moved in, bought all of our plants like from a nursery and then planted them, and it was great. But last year I wanted to try my hand at planting seeds and then planting the plants when the time came when it wasn't frosting anymore or whatever. So I did like half of our plants last year with seeds, but this year I want to do all of them from seeds. So that's gonna be maybe one of the books I'm gonna read, because I need to know the timing of everything. Fourth one next to that is chickens, because I really, really want chickens. But the unfortunate part, I think, is that I don't think we have enough room on our property to have chickens, per the town's rules on chickens, I guess, which is unfortunate and very sad. But you'll see later on, we are looking to move and have more land. So if that happens this year, I'm keeping the chickens on there, because that might be happening, just not at this house. Underneath it has a goal for a chicken coop, because we would like to build the chicken coop. We could probably still do this, but I don't know, because the whole chicken thing. So next to the chicken in this corner is a museum trip to Massachusetts. We've been wanting to do this trip for so long. Massachusetts, there's 2 museums there we wanted to see. There's a Dr. Seuss one, and then there is the Eric Carle one, and they're like 30 minutes from each other. So it will be like a day trip, and it'll be super fun to do that, and we've been wanting to do it for so long. We're doing it this year. The next one right here is build a birdhouse. I was talking about this in my last vlog, but I kind of want to elaborate on it. I know it's random, and I know that it's like not that big of a deal, but I am so scared of like some of the tools that my husband has, and we have so many tools that like I could build anything I want anytime, but I'm terrified of using them by myself. So my goal with the whole birdhouse thing is that my husband will teach me how to use all of his tools while making the birdhouse, so I'll be less afraid of it and like know how to use all of them, and in the end I get a birdhouse. So one next to that is decorate the walls. We've lived here for almost 3 years, and we have like 1 or 2 walls fully decorated. Next to that, my little lobster guy. It is our Maine trip. We have gone to Maine every single year since 2020, I think. It has been the best. That's on there because I'm really excited for that. So that is Get Back Into Bread Making, which you saw the vlog for that. If you haven't, then you can go back on my page. It's all about the bread I made, and I made a ton of it. So I definitely think I can check that one off. I haven't yet, but I will. Oh, I like skipped a whole line. Anyways, let's go back up. The one next to the chicken coop is learning to back in. I've been driving since I was 17. I am now almost 26, obviously. And yes, I could technically back in, but it's not good. No, not good. I can park decent, better than I could when I was younger. Yeah, so backing in is definitely something that I want to learn and be comfortable with because it would be very helpful in a lot of situations. Next to my birthday and next to the bread is Hallie's second birthday. Love that. Next is Camp Itchy Gloomy Trip. My husband's family has a camp and they call it Camp Itchy Gloomy, and they are redoing the whole camp this year, and we're really excited, so we're gonna have a trip there. Next to that is start plans for a build. A big goal for our life, I guess, is to build our dream house exactly how we want it on the land that's perfect for us. So we have a lot of ideas in our heads, but we need to put them somewhere. So put it on paper and draw it out. And under that is hit 5K on Instagram, 745 followers. We got a lot of growing to do on there. I think that's a good goal. Next to that is a date night. We're very homebody people. We don't really like to go out. I'm determined to have a one romantic, like, go out, get dressed up date night. So put that on there. Next to that is a better sleep schedule, which I haven't been bad with right now. We do go to bed quite late still. We play Mario Kart often, and that kind of makes us go to bed late. But I have been waking up at a decent time either way, so we're gonna call it a win for now. We're gonna have to do better. Next to that one is a really special one. It is swear less. You may look at my face and you might think I never swear. A lot of people have said that to me. And yes, I go to church and I read my Bible and I pray, you know, but I do swear. It's not a great habit, so I'm just gonna try to do it less. Next is 100 subscribers on YouTube. Right now I think we're at like 32. I think it's a good goal for YouTube. Last line, this one is adult and get my DBA. If you don't know what a DBA is, honestly, I don't either. Pretty sure it's something to do with taxes. Your DBA, you can get a taxpayer ID instead of giving people your social security number. So before it didn't really matter when I had like jobs that were like a daycare or like a school district or something. I didn't mind giving them my social security number. But now that I'm doing this influencer, micro-influencer, YouTube and TikTok and all those things, I do feel a little bit uncomfortable like just giving companies my social security number for taxes. So I decided that this year I'm going to get my DBA and get my taxpayer ID number, so then I'll feel more comfortable giving out that. Next to that is establish a Bible study routine. I read the entire Bible in, I think, 2021, front to back in 1 year. But every time you read the Bible, you learn something new and it talks to your life in a different way. Ever since having a baby, it's been hard to find time in my day to sit down and read the Bible and try to understand it fully. Write notes about it and all that. And I want to make it a point to try to find a small portion of my day to just dedicate to that. Next one is establish workouts. I used to work out a lot in 2020 and 2021. I was like religious about doing daily workouts, and I did yoga and I walked and I did all the things. I kind of fell off there. And then I got back into daily yoga when I was pregnant, and that was so helpful. I started doing it again postpartum, but I wasn't consistent with it, and I'm still not. I do have a little bit of health issues that kind of made it hard to do like real workouts and like long walks and hiking and stuff that I used to do, which is unfortunate, but It doesn't mean I can just not do it. In the new year, I want to figure out what works for me, even if it doesn't look like the typical person working out. This one right here says serious home and land search. It goes back to what I was talking about earlier. We are looking to expand our family and expand our means to have that family in a decent sized house. I love this house. I wish we could just pick it up and put it on more land, but obviously that is not an option. We are looking for more land, and we have been looking. No luck yet, at least. Last year we were kind of just like sending each other Zillows, and you know, some were ridiculous amount of money and some were like, oh, that could be it, but then we wouldn't do anything with it. This year we're gonna look, and maybe we'll visit some spots, and we will actually like stick our foot in that water. And that also speaks to my last goal of the year, which is baby number 2. I didn't go into much detail about that one because I don't know if that means have a baby this year or plan to have a baby like next year. I don't know what that looks like for us just yet. I love the age that my daughter is at right now, and I think it would be perfect for an age gap for our next child. I'm just terrified of getting pregnant again because I was so sick. I get pregnant right now just because I am attempting to get my gallbladder removed. Attempting meaning I'm getting all the testing done right now. And they told me, do not get pregnant if you want this gallbladder out. So I am listening to them, and we are not getting pregnant right now. So I want that gallbladder out before I get pregnant because I will not deal with that. My pregnancy is so bad. But yeah, that is all of my goals for the year. This is just a fun way to track my goals, and I can't wait to come back at the end of the year and see how this develops and see what I accomplished. It can be really hard as a stay-at-home mom to see all that you accomplish in a day. You know, I'm taking care of a literal human every single day, but day to day it just seems like nothing, which can really play with your head a little bit. So I'm hoping that setting these goals and tracking them will help that whole thing just motivate me throughout the year to better myself. And I hope that you are also doing the same thing. Goal setting is so important. I used to do it all the time when I was teaching. The kids always were doing goals. We were doing short-term goals, long-term goals, and I think that is really important to do in your adult life too. If you are interested in printing your own and doing your own bingo card, I highly recommend. I will link it down below. Like I said, it's under $1. All you have to do is purchase it and it'll be an instant download. Then you can print it and get to work on goal setting. It does take some time to sit down and write out some goals for yourself. It took me probably like 2 or 3 hours on a New Year's Eve to come up with all these. I think that's important, and it is what got me to midnight on New Year's Eve. So I appreciate you guys watching this through, and I really hope you are here at the end of the year to see how my goals play out. But yeah, see you guys in the next one.